Now, as the soul was moving towards being completely external, there were inspired men who still managed to merge heaven and earth. They did this by completely following the covenant. Covenant is the laws given by the universe and the Father in order for you to maintain that correspondence with the heaven. Because they followed the covenant, their vessel was able to merge heaven and earth and receive unlimited information. This information which they buried in the Word. The way they buried it in the Word was the same way that they acquired it. They buried it in correspondences and parallels and allegories, which was the way they used their external in order to gain internal information. For example, you follow the covenant as to what not to eat, what not to put in your body and pollute it, and what thoughts to think and what thoughts not to think keeps you in correspondence with the heavens. Now, the way they acquired the knowledge is basically studying external things. For example, if you plant and you study how a plant grows from its infancy stage up onto a tall tree, it corresponds with something that's more superior to it. Once you learn these things, you begin to acquire heavenly information. These books, or the Word, has been altered since, which is the argument most of you who doubt the power of the Most High will say. But what a celestial man who was all internal communication, abstract thought, and indirect connection with the angels right from the Golden Age cannot be destroyed by carnal men from the Iron Age. Why? Because it is abstract to them. And evil men will never gain access to celestial knowledge, only earthly knowledge. He can only destroy up to his understanding. Let me say that again. He can only destroy up to his understanding, which at the time was purely external and limited as it is today. Now, the Word can only be considered corrupted by the minds of men and women who are also carnal and operate exclusively external, like the men who attempted to defile the Word, who are only a speck above you in terms of universal knowledge. You who question the validity of the Word have not yet made your exterior, interior, and internal ready to receive influx from the heavens to begin merging heaven and earth. The Word has been given to every tradition with external representations, names, and parallels. They all differ based on your tradition. Because we are doctrine-based, we no longer have direct connection to heavenly things. We use external micro to represent internal macro superior things. Each tradition has an external representation like the symbol of Christ, Buddha, or Horus, all representing the same thing, the higher self, which is emanated from the Father and is of the Father, which animates us and is us.